And welcome back for Game 2 between the Trinity Baptist College Eagles and the University of Fort Lauderdale Eagles in this opening day here of the softball season of 2024. Fort Lauderdale won Game 1 9-4 in 8 innings. They led 4-0, but Trinity Baptist got a 3-run homer from Piper Young as part of a 4-run bottom of the 7th to tie the score. Then a grand slam by Alexa Geary was the big blow in the top of the 8th for the University of Fort Lauderdale. Now we get our first look at pitcher Kylie Duhigg in the circle for TBC as we start game number 2. Here's a batting order that she will face. Center fielder Alyssa Vega will lead things off. Batting second is left fielder Alyssa Dragovich. Batting third, playing first base, is Alexa Geary. She was the winning pitcher in Game 1. The designated player is the cleanup hitter, Mackenzie Heaton. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Katie Adkins. I am getting over an illness, so hopefully my voice will hold up for Game 2. Batting sixth is third baseman Cameron Rollison. Batting seventh in right field is Annalisa Mercer. The pitcher, Lily Piper, will bat eighth, and playing second base and batting ninth will be Hannah Hogan. The flex player is the catcher, Kaylee Pittman. Defensively for Trinity Baptist College, Piper Young at third base, Ebony Medina at short, Taylor Foster's playing second, and Sage Butler is at first. We'll give you the outfield in just a moment as Kylie Duhigg is ready to make her first pitch, and she is facing Alexa Vega. And this ball game underway as Vega shows bunt and takes the first pitch for ball one. She was 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored in game number 1. In left field is Carlin Payne, center fielder Morgan Wells, and right fielder Ellery McGatha with Ashley Shaw behind the plate. And Duhigg making some adjustments, and time called. 1 ball, no strikes. So with the win, Fort Lauderdale 1-0 on the season. This is an NCCAA South Region competition, so they are 1-0 in the region, and Trinity Baptist 0-1. And ball 2 is just a little bit high to switch hitting Alexa Vega, who batted both left and right-handed against Piper Young in game number 1. In the left-handed batter's box to start the nightcap. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one misses, and apparently I missed a pitch as well. That's ball 4. So Kylie Duhigg walks the first batter she faces, and it brings up Alyssa Dragovich, who in game number 1 had 2 hits and 5 at-bats. She drove in a run and scored 3. And this first pitch is low and inside, and Duhigg has missed with her first 5 pitches. And Dragovich with a runner at first. Nobody out, and the pitch on the way. It bounces off the plate. That will allow Vega to take second base, and that will be a wild pitch charged to Kylie Duhigg. Two balls, no strikes. And Duhigg ready, and the pitch. There's a tapper foul. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. Of course, we'll give you the Trinity Baptist batting order and the defensive players for the Fort Lauderdale Eagles when the teams switch positions in the bottom of the first. 2 balls and a strike. Duhigg ready, and the pitch is grounded into right field. That's going to be a base hit. McGatha comes up, firing a strike towards home plate, stopping Vega at third base. And Dragovich has herself a base hit. That's her 3rd of the day, and it puts runners at the corners with nobody out. And first baseman Alexa Geary at the plate, the winning pitcher in game 1. She had the grand slam in the top of the 8th. Her team had the 5-4 lead at the time, and she put it out of reach. And first pitch from Duhigg is low and inside. That is ball one. Duhigg, I believe this is her first collegiate pitching appearance. I do not recall if she took the circle for Coach Regulacion last year. And I'm reminded that she has not. The 1-ball, no strike pitch is a fastball just above the strike zone, and that's ball two. So 2 balls, no strikes. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Pitch on the way is low and inside. That's ball 3. And on the pitch, Dragovich steals second base. Three balls, no strikes. And Duhigg takes a long look. And now the 3-0. And that one is in there for strike one. Runners are now at second and third with nobody out. The first 2 have reached via a walk and a single into right, a wild pitch and a stolen base as well. The 3-1. High drive, well hit left field, and this one is gone. Alexa Geary with her second home run of the day. 7 total runs batted in, and Fort Lauderdale leads 3-0. The wind did not hold either one up, and on both home runs today, she hit the ball exceptionally well. And the Fort Lauderdale Eagles off to a very quick 3-0 lead. That'll clear the bases with nobody out for the designated player, Mackenzie Heaton. And Duhigg's first pitch. This one hits the batter, and that'll put Heaton aboard at first. So a walk, a hit batsman, single, and a 3-run homer. Nobody out for the shortstop, Katie Adkins, who takes a strike. Geary was 2 for 4 with the grand slam in game 1, so make her 3 out of 5. Heaton 2 for 5, and now hit by a pitch, so still 2 for 5. The 1-strike pitch from Duhigg hits the batter, and that's going to put Heaton at second base and Adkins aboard. And it brings up third baseman Cameron Rollinson. Had a walk in 4 plate appearances, nothing out of 3 officially. She shows bunt, drops it down. Duhigg has only 1 play to first. They get the out, Foster covering, and both runners advance. So to go 1-3 and a sacrifice. Runners at second and third. Heaton at third, Adkins at second. And 1 out. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And Duhigg winds and delivers, and this one is up and away. Counts 2-0. And Elisa Mercer at the plate. And a high pop-up, and that's going to drop safely right up against the fence on the right side. Mercer 1 for 4 in game number 1. 2 balls and a strike. She'll grab her bat and step back into the batter's box. Mercer made some great throws in from right field. kept some TBC players from advancing. Here's a 2-1. Line drive caught by Medina. The throw to third is in time. And that will retire the side. And we're going to pause here and be back for the bottom of the first in just a moment. Bottom of the first, the line drive double play. Medina reached up high and doubled the runner off third base. However, Fort Lauderdale got the 3-run homer from Alexa Geary, and that's a score as TBC comes to bat for the first time. Center fielder Morgan Wells will lead things off. She's followed by Taylor Foster at second and Sage Butler at first. The middle third of the batting order is catcher Ashley Shaw, third baseman Piper Young, and left fielder Carlin Payne. And rounding out the batting order will be shortstop Ebony Medina, pitcher Kylie Duhigg, and right fielder Ellery Magatha. They're facing Lily Piper, who obviously is making her first appearance of the season. And here's Morgan Wells, who was 1 for 2 with an RBI in game number 1. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Wells got the RBI base hit in the bottom of the 7th. Trinity Baptist came back from a 4-0 deficit to tie it. And Fort Lauderdale got the win in the 8th. That ground ball off the pitcher. The throw to first, not in time. So that's going to go down as an infield single to the pitcher. And Wells is aboard. Here is Taylor Foster, the Eagles' second baseman. Wells is going to advance as Foster puts down the sacrifice bunt. The snap throw back to second, and Wells is back in time, but credit Foster with a sacrifice bunt, advancing the runner. And so 1 out. Sage Butler at the plate. She started that 7th inning with a double. First pitch is strike 1. Butler overall in that game, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Swing and a miss. And she's down in the count, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Wells started the inning with an infield single that hit off of Lily Piper's leg. Otherwise, it would have been ticketed for center field. Advanced on the sac bunt, and there's strike 3 to Butler, and that's out number 2. First strikeout for Lily Piper, whom we saw pitch on this field last year. These two teams split 4 games. In fact, they split both doubleheaders, 1 here and 1 down south in Fort Lauderdale. This is Ashley Shaw at the plate, and a wild pitch will allow Morgan Wells to take third base. Ashley Shaw also 1 for 4 with a run scored. She got her hit and scored the run in the 7th inning. was a strike, so nothing in one. Piper ready with the pitch, and that one misses just off the outside corner to even the count at a ball and a strike. Piper Young waiting in the on-deck circle. Shaw has a whole lot of room on the ground up the middle, both sides of the bag. And this one catches the inner half of the plate, and it's 1-2. Shaw also has a lot of room in right center. She can run. If she can get the ball that direction, could be fun to watch her circle the bases. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And a great changeup. Well, the count on the board was incorrect. It is 1-2. Shaw back in the box. I thought that was strike three myself, and she stays alive. First pitch was a wild pitch. It was marked a strike, and I should have caught that myself. And you do as many games as I do for TBC, TCA, and UNF, you're going to make a mistake once in a while. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. That one's a tapper off the end of the bat. Shaw got a chance to beat it. It is in time. Excellent job by Lily Piper to recover and get the 1-3 put out to retire the side. The leadoff single gets to third but does not score. And after one, it's 3-0 Fort Lauderdale. Kylie Duhigg ready to make her first pitch to Lily Piper and misses low and inside. This is our first look at Lily Piper in the batter's box. She did not play in game number 1. 1 ball, no strikes, and a changeup goes astray, and that is ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. And Duhigg working behind in the count, delivers. There's a line drive hit hard into center field, and Piper is aboard with a leadoff single. Piper hit that ball right on the button and got herself a base hit. She's batting 1,000 this season. Brings up Hannah Hogan, who played second base the entire first game but did not bat until late in the ball game. Ended up getting no hits and 2 official at-bats. And that one is popped up, foul on the bunt attempt, and that is strike 1. Hogan was the flex player, played second base the entire game. First pitch was fouled off. The second one in the dirt. That'll be a wild pitch, allowing Piper to go to second. Hogan actually nothing out of one. She had a sacrifice bunt in the 7th inning. And that's ball 3. Now she is in the driver's seat, ahead 3 balls, no strikes, with a runner in scoring position. And Duhigg winds and delivers, ball 4. And we're going to check the count again. I had ball 4. Apparently that's ball 3. And they're saying that she went too far trying to duck out of the way, and that was the reason for the 3-1 count, not ball 4, but that pitch right there was ball 4. So Hogan is aboard via the walk. Piper was already at second, so she's still there with nobody out. And the top of the order, Alyssa Vega at the plate. She walked and scored in the first. The bunt attempt is popped foul. Head coach Billy Glessner for Fort Lauderdale, assisted by Caitlin Klinewski. And for Trinity Baptist, Ray Regulacion and his assistant Becca Enton. No balls and a strike to Vega. And the pitch. This one misses low, and that evens the count at 1-1. A ball and a strike. TBC will have Young, Payne, and Medina due up in the bottom of the second. And Duhigg delivers. There's a hot shot towards second. Foster Fields. They get the out at second to throw to first. Not in time. Nice play by Taylor Foster on a ball hit very hard. That goes as a fielder's choice. 4-6 on the putout. And Piper advances to third. 1 away. Brings up Dragovich. And the pitch. This one is upstairs. One ball, no strikes. And this one misses low and inside. And on that last pitch, a stolen base for Alyssa Vega. A lot going on, a lot to keep track of. 2 balls, no strikes to Dragovich. And this one misses outside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. There is 1 out. There's a hot chopper towards short, off Medina, and everybody's going to be safe. That's going to be an error on the TBC shortstop. Bases are loaded with 1 out. So Dragovich aboard via the error. Bases loaded. Here is Geary, who put one over the fence her first time up. She has 2 homers now on the day. First pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Shaw. 1 ball, no strikes. Duhigg ready, and the pitch. And that is ball 2 upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Geary now looking for one she can drive. Duhigg ready, and the 2-0. And that one is up and away. That's ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. And the pitch. And that one is in there for a strike. Count of 3-1. Duhigg pitching to Geary. That is ball 4, and that's going to force in a run. Had to go as an RBI for Geary, her 4th of the game. Lily Piper scores to make it 4-0. Vega at third. Here's a drive into center. That's a base hit. And a throw to the plate. A good one from Wells to keep just 1 run scoring. Vega scores. Dragovich now to third. And at the plate, Mackenzie Heaton. Line drive right at the first baseman, and it is caught. And Butler steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. That's a 2nd inning-ending line drive double play. And that gets Duhigg and the TBC Eagles out of the inning, but 2 runs scored, just 1 earned and 2 left. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. It's 5-0 Fort Lauderdale. Young at the plate to start the bottom of the 2nd for Trinity Baptist, facing Lily Piper. So Piper to Piper, and the pitch. There's a chopper that hit off Piper Young's foot. That's a foul ball, and strike 1. Piper Young 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th of Game 1. That tied the score, or actually brought TBC to within 1. They ended up tying the score, but could not get that winning run home from third. And then, of course, we know how the game ended up. Lily Piper delivers and gets strike 2. Good changeup that Young didn't want any part of. She wanted good fastball that she could drive. So she took it, knowing she has another one coming. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. There's a hot shot to the shortstop. The throw to first is in time. Adkins knocked it down, stayed with the ball, and made a good throw across the diamond for out number 1. Well, Trinity Baptist has hit a couple balls right on the button, and the defense for for Fort Lauderdale, which I don't think committed any errors in the first game, if I'm remembering correctly. That is correct. They can flash the leather. Carlin Payne at the plate for the first time in game 2. Swing and a miss. She was 1 for 4 with a run scored in game number 1. That hit and run scored in the 7th. That's when TBC scored all 4 of their runs. 1 strike. Lily Piper on the mound, and the pitch. That is downstairs. That's ball 2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on the batter, Carlin Payne. Here's a 1-2 and a tapper right back to the box. And Piper with the throw for out number 2. 2 quick outs for Lily Piper. She's allowed just 1 hit so far, and she has struck out 1. Now batting is the shortstop, Ebony Medina, who was 1 for 3 in game number 1. And the first pitch. This one is in the dirt. Medina got herself a nice solid single up the middle for her base hit in the first game. Trying to start a 2-out rally with her team trailing 5-0 in the bottom of the second. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. It is a little bit outside. Two balls, no strikes. And Piper delivers and gets the outside corner. Makes the count 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And a chopper right at the shortstop. And again, Adkins makes a strong throw for the out. A couple of hard-hit balls right at Katie Atkins. Both turned into outs, and a ground ball to the pitcher in between. 1-2-3 go the TBC Eagles, and after 2, it is 5-0 Fort Lauderdale. We're in the top of the third, and Fort Lauderdale leads 5-0. They have hitters 5, 6, and 7 due up. Katie Adkins, Cameron Rollison, and Annalisa Mercer. Adkins was hit by a pitch in the first inning. No official at-bat. Duhig's first pitch is ground ball to the shortstop, and Medina could not grab it, and that's an error on the shortstop. So, that'll put a runner at first, nobody out, and Cameron Rollison at the plate. No official at bat. You put down a sacrifice bunter first time up. Duhigg with the pitch, and the bunt attempt is fouled off. Rollison, okay. It was E6, yeah. Yes. And a ground ball to short, and Medina is able to get the force out. That'll erase Rollinson, but Mercer is aboard on a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice 6-4, and Lily Piper at the plate, singled and scored in the second. One out with the runner at first, and a high fastball upstairs for ball one. Piper at the plate. Ahead in the count, 1-0, and the pitch misses outside. That's ball two. Two balls, no strikes. Mercer at first, one out, and the pitch. A fastball low and inside. Three balls, no strikes. And that one got the outside corner for strike one. And there's a pop up towards second. Foster will make the play. And that is out number two. With a runner still at first, and Hannah Hogan at the plate. Ball gets away, and that'll allow the runner to take second base. Okay. I'll look. Runner at second now. Two outs. And a pop up that should be caught. Piper Young makes the play, and that retires the side. Well, an error, but no runs, and we go to the bottom of the third. TBC coming to bat, trailing 5-0. Fort Lauderdale has made a defensive substitution in right field. Caitlin Nieves has taken over for Annalisa Mercer. And the first pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Kylie Duhigg at the plate for TBC, followed by Ellery McGatha and then Morgan Wells. And that pitch misses just off the outside corner. Duhigg batting to lead things off in the bottom of the third. Nothing out of two in game number one. And takes ball three downstairs. Three balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That one caught the outside corner, got away from the catcher, but it was a strike. Count now 3-1. Three balls and a strike. There's a tapper towards short. Charging in is Adkins, and another strong throw. This young lady has a very good arm at the shortstop position. And there's one away. Brings up Ellery McGatha, who was 1 for 3 in game number one. Got that base hit in the TBC Eagles' big 7th inning. One out, base is empty. Fort Lauderdale leads 5-0, and the pitch. There's a chopper down the third baseline. It goes foul. Rollison made the play again. You make the play, let the umpire make the call. Agatha had hustled. Throw would have gotten her, but she was there in a hurry. No balls and a strike. Agatha back in the batter's box. The 0-1. That one is low and inside. Ball and a strike to Ellery McGatha. And Piper's pitch is grounded into left field. That's a base hit. So TBC has a one-out base runner in the third. In the top of the order, Morgan Wells at the plate. Wells hit one hard off the pitcher's leg for a base hit in the first inning. And a defensive conference on the mound. No coach, so no trip to the mound. And Wells ready for her second at-bat of the ball game. Did the catching all 8 innings in game number one, playing center field here in the nightcap. Runner at first, one out. Wells digs in. Agatha at first. And a strike on the outside corner. And down by 5. You don't look to see Agatha running. Wells usually does make some pretty good contact. They're giving her the right side of second base. And she chases a changeup and a delayed steal. And Agatha is safe at second base on a high throw. So the hit and run was on. And now Wells has a chance to drive in a run, but she's down, no balls, 2 strikes. So here comes the 0-2, and that one is well outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shadows covering the middle of the infield. Here's a 1-2. High fly ball, but she pulled this one foul. One hops the fence. Probably about 10 feet foul. Wells got around on that one, but out in front. And she grabs a bat, steps back into the box. Looking ahead to the fourth for Fort Lauderdale, they will have their top three due up: Vega, Dragovich, and Geary, barring any changes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 2 for Lily Piper. And it brings up Taylor Foster with 2 outs and a runner at second. No official at bat for Foster. She laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first. Foster at the plate. Chance of driving a run. Takes a full swing and goes over the top of the sinker and is down 0-1. Foster a good bunter, and she's beaten out a couple of hits today. Both of those in game 1. The 1-strike pitch, and again over the top for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Sage Butler waiting for a chance. She's on deck. And the 2-strike pitch. That one misses outside, and the count is 1-2. Both the pitcher and the hitter now in the shadows. Here's the 1-2. Little looper and a base hit. However, runner has to stop at third. And that is because center fielder Alyssa Vega, playing shallow, had a clear shot at the plate. So Magatha at third, a base hit for Foster. 2 on, 2 out. Sage Butler at the plate. Went down on strikes her first time up. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Lily Piper has a nice sinking fastball. That's ducked under the bat of some TBC hitters, especially in this inning. No balls and a strike. And a tap foul. And it's 0-2. Now, I was wrong before when I said TBC probably wouldn't run trailing by 5, but very good speed at first base. 2 strikes on Butler. And if Foster is thrown out, then Butler would at least lead off the 4th, so not a bad idea. And that one is outside, and the count. Ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And a changeup. That is a strike, and it's strike 3. And that retires the side. Well, the TBC Eagles get 2 on, but do not score. And after 3, Fort Lauderdale 5, Trinity Baptist 0. Vega starts things off for Fort Lauderdale in the fourth and takes the first pitch in the dirt. Vega has scored twice, nothing out of one officially, but a walk, a fielder's choice, and a stolen base. So even though she doesn't have a hit, she's been very productive as the leadoff hitter for the Fort Lauderdale Eagles. 5-0 Fort Lauderdale in the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes, and that one got the knees. And the count is even at 1-1. Vega appears to disagree with the call, but it's 1-1. A ball and a strike, and the pitch. Line drive foul down the left side. Duig ahead in the count, 1-2. She's allowed 5 runs, 4 of those earned. Duig has allowed 4 hits. She has walked 3. The 1-1 and is up and in for ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Duig looks in, delivers a 2-1. Hot shot towards third. Piper Young, a great play across. And there's a new first baseman for Trinity Baptist. Kennedy Lewis has taken over at first in favor of Sage Butler. 5-3 on the putout. 1 out. And it brings up Dragovich. And that one is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is low and in the dirt, and that's ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Hot shot into left field. That's a base hit, a line drive. And for Dragovich, her second hit of the game. She's now 2 for 3. Also reached on an error. Hit that ball right on the button. Medina made a nice, valiant diving attempt. Came up short. Aren't too many who could have gotten that one. Here's Alexa Geary, who's driven in 4. A 3-run homer and a bases-loaded walk. 1 for 1. She has driven in 8 runs total on this afternoon. Grand slam in the 8th inning of Game 1. One ball, no strikes. One out, runner at first, and the pitch. Another one hit hard up the middle. That's a base hit. Alexa Geary using the arm and the bat today. Puts Dragovich at second. Good hard grounder right up the middle. One out, Dragovich at second, Geary at first. Kenzie Heaton at the plate. And Duhigg gets one right down the middle. One ball, no strikes. And that one in the dirt and a really nice block by Shaw. 2 balls, no strikes. Sun's starting to make it a little tricky on the outfielders, especially Wells in center. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch is upstairs for ball 3. Katie Adkins in the on-deck circle for Fort Lauderdale. 3 balls, no strikes, and that is called a strike. They're going to check that count. Looked like the umpire called that one a strike. So Heaton digs in. And Duhigg delivers. And that one is ball 4. That's the 4th walk issued by Kylie Duhigg, and it loads the bases with 1 out for Katie Adkins. Dragovich to 3rd, Geary to 2nd. Adkins has been hit by a pitch, and she lined into a double play, so nothing out of 1. Takes the first pitch at the knees for a strike. No balls and a strike. That sun is starting to get behind some more trees, which means it's going to feel a lot cooler than the 64 degrees with the wind blowing. Ball and a strike to Adkins. Chance for her to drive in a couple. 5-0 is the score. We're in the 4th. Ground ball right at Young. She comes home for the force, and there will be no return throw. That's a fielder's choice with a 5-2 putout from 3rd base. Geary advances to 3rd, Heaton to 2nd, and Adkins aboard at 1st. Cameron Rollison at the plate. And a swing and a miss at the first pitch. Nothing out of 1 for Rollison. A sac bunt in the 1st, and she reached on an error in the 3rd. No balls and a strike. Duhigg delivers, and that one gets behind the batter. Another good stop by Shaw. Duhigg trying to get out of the inning. She got the first out, and then 2 singles and a walk before the fielder's choice, and the out at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one is upstairs. Shaw pounces on it quickly. Everybody has to hold. 2 balls and a strike. Nieves on deck. She came in defensively and was hoping to get her first at-bat this inning. That line drive is foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. And that's going to end the inning. Fort Lauderdale loads the bases but does not score. 3 left. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 5-0 Fort Lauderdale. Ashley Shaw leads things off for Trinity Baptist. Bottom of the fourth, 5-0 Fort Lauderdale. And a swing and a miss. Shaw over the top. Lily Piper has had that sinking fastball the entire game. Starting to feel a little bit cooler here. We started the day at 63 degrees. Added 1, but it feels like it's starting to drop some now. Fort Lauderdale against Payne on this same field tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. It's going to be a little bit cooler out here then, according to our forecasts. No balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. And a tapper that hit off the batter. And they're saying that it was a fair ball. That's going to go as a 2 unassisted. And there's 1 out. Now the 2 umpires are going to get together and I'm guessing discuss that last play. Looked to me like the ball hit off Shaw. But the question was Shaw fair or foul? They're now overturning it, saying that was a foul ball. And now Coach Glessner wants to make sure of it himself. Fort Lauderdale got 3 in the first, the 3-run homer from Alexa Geary, 2 in the second. Geary got her 4th RBI of the game on a bases-loaded walk in that inning. And Mackenzie Heaton drove in a run. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ashley Shaw. And she's out in front of this one and pulled it foul. There's some cars parked over there. Hopefully none of them got hit with that pop-up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes a 2-2. There's a ground ball towards second. And making the play is Hannah Hogan. And that is out number 1. Piper Young at the plate. Nothing out of 1. Ground ball to the shortstop for first time up. Lily Piper ready with the first pitch. Slipped out of her hand and into the dirt. Lily Piper's allowed just 3 hits. She hasn't walked anybody. She has struck out 3. There's a line drive knocked down. There'll be a play at first. It is in time. Great hustle by Hogan after the ball did not stick in her glove, but she didn't give up on it, and she got the out. Young was hustling down the line as well and made that a very close play. The call was made correctly at first. There are 2 outs now for Carlin Payne. She has a ground ball to the pitcher to her record here in Game 2. And a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Wind still blowing pretty hard across from left to right. There's a tapper down the first baseline. That ball's going to roll foul. Payne had it beat, and all the fielders did the right thing and got rewarded. There were 3 Fort Lauderdale Eagles surrounding the ball. They had no play at first. So Payne will head back into the box. Down in the count, 0-2. And that one got away from Piper, and that's ball one. Not too many times you see the batter make a throw. Payne helping out the pitcher. Everybody laughing that last pitch off. Ball and 2 strikes. Payne digs in and the pitch. And that one's fouled off. Almost got a piece of Medina in the on-deck circle. Hey, that's your teammate there, Carlin. Carlin Payne, freshman from Orlando, Florida. Ball and 2 strikes. And that one is in the dirt. Makes count 2-2. Again, TBC Eagles basketball. Both the women and the men travel to Bob Jones University tomorrow night and Toccoa Falls College Saturday afternoon for South Region basketball. Here's a 2-1. And a pop-up to the pitcher, and Piper puts it away to end the inning. TBC goes 3 up, 3 down in the 4th, and Fort Lauderdale comes to bat in the 5th, leading 5-0. Top of the 5th, Fort Lauderdale leads 5-0. A defensive change we'll tell you about in a moment. As the first pitch catches the inside corner, this is Caitlin Nieves getting her first at-bat of the game. Alyssa Greet has gone into right field in place of Ellery Magatha. So Greet will be due up third in the bottom half of the inning. There's a tapper back to the box. Duhigg to throw to first. And Williams able to find the bag in time. So 1 out, and that brings up Lily Piper, who's done an excellent job both in the circle and at the plate. She is 1 for 2, a base hit to center, and a run scored. And that one got away from Duhigg and misses up and away. Nieves had a pinch hitting appearance in game 1, did not get a hit. So we get a first look at softball player Alyssa Greet. There's a hot smash into left field, and Lily Piper has her second hit. Of course, Alyssa Greet, TBC Eagles women's soccer. Had a couple of goals scored this past season. Got a bunch of assists as well. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. And now at first base, we have Yelissa Baltazar, freshman, doing the courtesy running for Lily Piper. Yelissa Baltazar. And a swing and a miss. Throw down to second. It is in time. And Baltazar still down. Medina going over to make sure she's all right and calling for Coach Glessner. And we're going to pause right here and hope Baltazar is okay. We'll be right back. Good news. Baltazar up and off the field. She looks like she's going to be all right. She'll get a little bit extra attention in the dugout. Goes as a caught stealing catcher to short. So 2 outs, base is empty. Hannah Hogan at the plate with a count of no balls and a strike. Bottom of the order due up for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the 5th. And ball 1 is just off the inside corner. Medina, Duig, and Greet are the scheduled hitters for TBC. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes. Duhigg ready, and the pitch. Ground ball off Duhigg. Medina charges. A throw to first is not in time. That will be a base hit for Hannah Hogan. Goes as an infield single, and Hogan is aboard. It's her second time on base. She walked earlier. And it brings up Alyssa Vega. 2 runs scored without the benefit of a hit. Walk in a fielder's choice, and she's also stolen a base. 2 outs. Hogan had bluffed, put on the brakes, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Hogan hit the ball pretty sharply, hit off Duhigg. Medina made a terrific play, but just not in time. That's a line drive, caught. They're going to throw to second just to make sure. The home plate umpire said it was caught on the line drive. And we're going to make sure, so we put that in correctly. Either way, it ends the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 5th in a 5-0 game. at the plate for TBC as we start the bottom of the fifth. 5-0 Fort Lauderdale. They won the first game in extra innings 9-4. Medina hits one sharply, but right at the third baseman, Rollison, who makes a perfect throw for the out. Well, Kylie Duhigg, she struggled the first couple of innings, but she has now pitched 3 scoreless frames. And she's at the plate now, trying to help her team start a comeback like they did in game number 1. Duhigg, a hard ground ball to the shortstop for first time. And there's a hard ground ball. This one gets through for a base hit. Duhigg now 1 for 2. That's the 4th hit allowed by Lily Piper. Brings up Alyssa Greet, her first opportunity to swing the bat this season. Greet came in defensively at the top of the inning in place of Ellery Magatha in right field. Duhigg at first, Greet at the plate. Drops down the bunt. The throw to first, not in time. That's a base hit for Alyssa Greet. That puts Duhigg at second. And it brings up top of the order in Morgan Wells. Rollison had to come a long way in from third, and by the time she was able to get the throw, Greet, who is very fast herself, had beaten it out for a base hit. Well, TBC scored 4 in the bottom of the 7th in the opener, and they're trying to mount another comeback here in the nightcap. Wells chops one towards second, could be 2. They get the out at second, the throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice, 4-6 on the putout, and Duhigg advances to third. Greet is forced at second. There are 2 outs. Taylor Foster at the plate. Lily Piper has been very good in the circle. There's a line drive. That's into right field. That's a base hit. Kylie Duhigg scores, and the TBC Eagles are on the board. Taylor Foster with the RBI. And Foster with her second knock of the afternoon, or at least here in game 2. Her 4th overall. Wells at second. And the pitch. This is Kennedy Lewis's first at bat, and she grounds it fair. It stays inside the line, and the play made, 3 unassisted. TBC gets on the board. The RBI single from Taylor Foster, but they leave 2 after 5. Fort Lauderdale leads 5-1. Top of the 6th, and Alyssa Dragovich will lead things off for Fort Lauderdale. 2 for 3 with a run scored. A base hit, stolen base, and a run in the first. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Kylie Duhigg gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, but she's done a really nice job since. 3 scoreless, 8 hits total. She has walked 4. 4 of the 5 runs are earned, and she misses up and away for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch misses outside. So a count of 3 balls and no strikes. Dragovich followed by Geary and Heaton, barring any changes. And Dewey gets that one in the zone. This is her first college pitching performance. Did not pitch for TBC last season. Got a bunch of clutch hits. And again, after those first 2 innings, she's looked very sharp, but this is her 4th walk. Check that 5th overall. So the leadoff walk will bring up Alexa Geary, who's had a terrific day both pitching and hitting. She did allow the 4 runs in the 7th inning of game 1, but other than that, Trinity Baptist was unable to touch her. 2 homers on the day, 1 in each game, and a total of 8 runs driven in. Runner at first, nobody out. Duhigg's pitch is a little low. One ball, no strikes. And this one misses up and away for ball 2. Geary well ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Wells in center has to use her bare hand to shade her eyes. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. 5:13 in the Eastern time zone. That sun is peeking through some trees and making it tough on Wells. Corner outfielders are shaded. Here's a 2-1. That one slipped away. That's ball 3. To throw down is in time. Both Wells and Shaw have done a great job throwing out base runners trying to steal in these 2 games today. Caught stealing. And now with 1 out and the base is empty, 3 balls and a strike to Alexa Geary. That is ball 4. Brings up Mackenzie Heaton, who walked her last time up. She's 1 for 1. She's also been hit by a pitch. That base hit in the second drove in a run. There's a hot shot into center. There may be a play at second. Medina couldn't hold on. I don't think they would have gotten the out. But a good job by Wells hustling in and making the play. Base hit for Heaton. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Katie Adkins at the plate. She's 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the first. Ground ball towards Medina. She can't hold on. That was a tough play. I don't think she would have had anywhere to throw the ball, so we'll give her an infield single. Loads up the bases. Geary at third, Heaton at second, Adkins at first, and Rollison at the plate. 0 for 2. Ground ball to Medina. She'll go to first for the sure out, but an RBI ground ball by Cameron Rollison brings in Geary and makes the score 6-1. Heaton advances to third, Adkins to second. A productive out for Rollison. 2 outs, Caitlin Nieves at the plate. And the first pitch is upstairs for the ball. One ball, no strikes. Duhigg delivers. Ground ball, foul. And Mackenzie Heaton playing some hopscotch down the third baseline. That's why take your lead in foul territory. If the ball hits her, it's just a foul ball. If the ball hits her in fair territory, she's out. A ball and a strike. And that one misses low and outside. That's ball 2. Caitlin Nieves, nothing out of 1. Came into the game in the 4th. Line drive. Wells will pick it up, but will not have a play. And Wells playing shallow. Kept the runner at second still, but that's an RBI single for Caitlin Nieves, and it's 7-1. Heaton scores. 2 runs in the inning, both earned. And it brings up Lily Piper, the pitcher. Takes that one outside. Piper 2 for 3 with a run scored. That one is in the dirt. That's ball 2. Hopefully Alyssa Baltazar is all right. She was a courtesy runner in the 5th, was caught stealing but injured on the play. Here's a 2-0, and that one misses outside for ball 3. And Hogan is on deck. Hogan is 1 for 2 plus a walk. 2 outs, 2 on. And the pitch from Duhigg. And that will load up the bases for Hannah Hogan. Adkins at third, Nieves at second. Piper at first, and we'll see if Piper does her own base running or not. Both coaches looking into the dugout. And Piper's going to run, but we're going to have a pinch hitter. Hogan being called back. And the pinch hitter, wearing number 24, will be Anna Gonzalez. Her first appearance of the day. And Duhigg delivers. A base hit could score 2 runs. That would put Fort Lauderdale ahead by 8 in the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Taken right down the middle. Gonzalez nods her head in agreement. A ball and a strike. Anna Gonzalez, her first at bat, sophomore. Takes this one outside. That's ball 2. balls and a strike. That one it hits the plate, and all runners are going to hold. Shaw couldn't find it. However, the runner at third did not break. 3 balls and a strike. Coach Glessner probably putting on the brakes. His team leads by 6 in the 6th inning. Counts 3-1. Duig must get this one in the zone. There's nowhere to put the batter. That's ball 4 and an RBI base on balls for Anna Gonzalez. Makes it 8-1 as Katie Atkins crosses the plate. Nieves to third, Piper to second. Gonzalez aboard. And after the conference on the mound, Alyssa Vega will step in. Batting right-handed this time. She's done both. And she's done that against 2 right-handed pitchers. She's hit left and right today. 8-1, so that 8th run margin is now standing at third base. TBC does get the bat no matter what. And a pitch from Duhigg. High drive, well hit toward the gap. That's going to score at least 2, maybe all 3. Piper scores a second run. Here comes a throw. It'll be to third base and a 3-run double for Alyssa Vega. And Fort Lauderdale now leads 11-1. That one cleared the bases. Nieves, Piper, and Gonzalez all cross. Fort Lauderdale has batted around. And a high fly ball to right. Greet is there, makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side, but a big inning for the University of Fort Lauderdale. 6 runs. And they go to the bottom of the 6th, leading 11-1. Some defensive changes for Fort Lauderdale. Now catching Sarah Messina. Tell the other two in a moment. As Ashley Shaw pulls the first one foul. Now playing third base, J.C. Bisbee. And at second base is Nelly Net Fernandez, whom we saw in game one. And no balls and a strike. And this one misses low and outside. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. This one again pulled foul. Hey, nice play, Coach Ray. Hannah Hogan, I believe, is also out of the game. Well, Nieves had come in for her earlier anyway. So I believe we got them all for this inning. And that one low and inside, that's ball two. Two balls, two strikes. And a pitch from Piper. Hot shot, pulled foul. It's 11-1, so Trinity Baptist will have to score 3 in order to play the 7th inning. Coming up on 5:30 p.m. The first pitch was right around 1 p.m. Of course, getting out here for setup. We've been out here since around 11:30. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. And another one pulled foul. And this time, Coach Ray unable to make the play. We won't give him an error. He had to move a long way for that one. Sarah Messina, a sophomore. J.C. Bisbee, a junior. And Nelly Net Fernandez, a sophomore. Lily Piper, the sophomore, delivers. And Ashley Shaw must like swinging the bat. She keeps pulling it foul to give herself another one. Ashley Shaw, nothing out of 2. Grounders to the pitcher and the second baseman in game number 2 here. And the 2-2. That one is in off her fist. She's going to have to hustle. The throw is in time. Katie Adkins has shown off a very good arm all day long and does it again. 1 out. Brings up Piper Young. She's hit a couple of hard ground balls, both for outs. 1 to short, 1 to second. 3-run homer in the 7th inning of game 1. And the pitch. Another hard hit ball, but right at Adkins. You don't want to do that if you want to reach base. And TBC is down to its final out. Carlin Payne at the plate. She's played pepper with Lily Piper, hitting both of them right back to the pitcher. Lily Piper getting ready for the pitch. And a swing and a miss. It's been only Piper and Kylie Duhigg doing the pitching here in game number 2. We haven't seen a relief pitcher in either ball game for either team. And Piper delivers and misses low for ball 1. A ball and a strike. If Payne can keep it going, Ebony Medina would bat next. TBC does have 6 hits, but 1 run. This one misses high and inside. Piper looks in, trying to finish this one off right here and now. Chopper, it's going to be a base hit. Carlin Payne gets it through the drawn-in infield and gets herself her second hit overall in the day. 1 for 3 in game number 2. And it brings up Medina, who is grounded to short and third. It's 11-1 Fort Lauderdale. And the pitch. And this one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Good at bat from Carlin Payne. Fell behind and was able to get the knock. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a hot shot towards second and into right field. Here's Payne around second to throw to third. Gets away, and she's going to stop right there. Base hit for Medina, and Medina will advance to second on the throw, and Payne goes to third. And now Kylie Duhigg, who is 1 for 2 with the runs scored. Piper delivers and misses inside. Duhigg singled and scored in the 5th, the only run for TBC. She has a lot of room in the gap in left field. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. There's a ground ball, a chopper towards third. Throw to first is in time. And that ends the ball game. Final out made by J.C. Bisbee, throwing to first. And Fort Lauderdale sweeps the doubleheader, winning 9-4 in 8 innings in game 1 and 11-1 in 6 innings of game number 2. Winning pitcher Lily Piper, 6 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 3 strikeouts. She faced 26 batters. Well, that's going to do it for us here this afternoon. Trinity Baptist back on the home field Saturday against Payne College. Fort Lauderdale and Payne right here on our field tomorrow afternoon as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. For Sam on stats and Marilyn Gordon earlier, Hannah Hewling on the camera, Coach Ray Regulacion, Liam Davis, our game day coordinator, and athletic director John D. Jones. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.